How to get 1,000 fans in 30 days. That's right, 1,000 fans in just 30 days. And I'm not talking about followers. I am talking about bona fide fans. I'm talking about the type of fan who wants to send you their underwear. I'm talking about the type of fan who wants to keep you all to themselves. Put the lotion in the basket. I'm talking about the type of fan who wants to collect your hair. To understand this strategy, we need to understand the psychology of your audience. So let me explain. This might look like some normal boxes, but this is the greatest explanation of social media psychology known to man. This is box one. Box one is the biggest box. Now, box one is everybody who should know who you are. The problem is they don't know who you are. But when they do find out about you, they're gonna like you. Problem is, as yet, they don't. It's the biggest box. Now, inside box one is box two. Now, the thing with box two, a bit smaller. Box two is people who do know who you are. The thing is, they're not emotionally invested yet. So these people are saying, yeah, I think I've seen you before. Maybe I saw you at a gig. Maybe I saw that piece of social media content. But that's as far as it got. I'm not emotionally tied in. It's quite a big box. The next box, box three. As you can see, this box is substantially smaller. Now, box three is people who say, I know who you are. I like your stuff. When it pops up, I always watch it. Hey, sometimes I go and listen to your music on Spotify, and sometimes I go to YouTube and watch some videos. Maybe I'll even come to a gig. That's box three. And inside box three, you guessed it, the smallest box of all, the little box four. Now, in box four, this is your fan base. These are the people who care. They are going to buy. They're going to buy your merch. They are going to buy a ticket. They are going to tell their friends. They are your biggest advocate. The problem is a very small box, especially compared to box one. Now, where we fit in is dealing with context. Now, what that means is most artists are pushing out content and they are dedicating that content to box four. An example of this. Hey guys, I'm at a gig. Box 4 says, oh, there you are, you're at the gig, that's amazing. Box 3, they say, oh, okay, you're at a gig, that's cool. Box 2 say, okay, you're at a gig, I don't really care. And box 1 says, who the are you anyway? I've never seen you before in my entire life. So you can see the problem that we're dealing with when we're looking at context. So the big question is, how do you actually get people into box 4 using content? Well, we do three things. Number one, we have to get attention. Number two, we have to provide value. And number three, that's when we can push the legacy factor. So let's look at attention. This is as easy and as simple as it's ever been. Now you can get your content in front of new people every single day for free with organic reach. Or if you want to put a little bit of money in, you can guarantee to get in front of new people. The problem here is those people are seeing 10,000 messages every single day. So once they're seeing it, we have to provide them value very quickly. Now the value is in your music, in your talent, in your personality, in your stories and the way you tell your stories in your social media content. But people will need to see you time and time again to build that familiarity. People won't see 10 seconds worth of content and say, that's it, get me tickets, I'm a super fan. So we have to make sure that they're seeing multiple pieces of content consistently. Now, once you're providing multiple pieces of value, you're pushing people into box 4. And as soon as they hit box 4, that's when you can go after them with the legacy factor. And now we can do some really cool shit to look after them. So every time you do a personalized message, every time you give a little bit of that new song, you are providing some excitement into box 4. And guess what? They're going to tell the world for you. Right then, the important bit. Let's break this down into daily pieces of content, including how to do this. Now, we're going to work on micro content because that's where you get the most organic reach. So we're talking TikTok, Instagram Reels, even YouTube Shorts. Now, before we go into this, let me just say, in the description, you can click the link and you can download this and it will give you a calendar of what to post. So let's look at a daily plan. Starting with day 1, I want you to make a 15 to 20 second mini music video, no edits. And in this one, it is going to be an introduction piece. Hi, my name's Damian, yada, yada, yada. You can give as much information after that as you want. Now, in introducing yourself, it means people are coming in and saying, okay, I understand why you are in front of me. All of a sudden, you have given context. Now, the example that's playing at the moment, we put that out and we got 1 million views in 7 days and 10,000 followers on TikTok. Pretty much from that one piece of content. Why? Because people understood the context. Day 2 is about live performance. Now, I know you've got a great song, but can you perform this live? Yes, you've got the music, but have you got the talent? This is where you can show off an extra bit of who you are. If you can pick up a guitar and play, or sit at a piano and play your track, then that gives it some kind of emotional extra little bit. So what I want you to do is I want you to make a piece of content where you are actually performing your track live. Day 3, you are going to do a cover. Now hear me out on this because I know lots of artists don't like doing covers, but there's a specific reason why you are doing covers. It's because you are feeding data into the platform. So let's say you pick a cover and you do your own version of it, but it fits into the genre. People understand, but more importantly, so does the platform. And if you add the original track but pull the volume down, the platform says, oh, I understand. I know who to start sending this out to. And when it sends it out to those people watch it, they come in, and you're feeding data into the platform. Now, over the next 30 days, if you do 2 or 3 covers, it doesn't make you a cover artist. What it does, it makes you a very smart artist, because what you're doing is showing off who you are, where you fit into the genre, but you're also telling the platform who should be seeing this piece of content. Now, one thing with this idea is make sure that you have some good production values. Like Nate Vickers, for example. Nate has great production values. It's a great shot. It's a great audio, and he picks tracks that really sum up who he is, but he does his own version. Day 4, nice and simple. You are just going to make a mini music video, but this time you're going to think very carefully about the location. Now check this out. Charlie on a Friday, doing the same thing. I'm just going to do a little mini music video, except I'm doing it on an aeroplane. Now, to have the balls to walk down the aeroplane whilst miming to your own song, I mean, that is ballsy, but got him a lot of views because it's interesting, it's different, it's remarkable. It's not the same as what everyone else is doing. So whilst you're making this content, why not think about an interesting place that you can film? Now, day 5, I want you to do what the platform wants you to do, which is go live. If you go live, it will reward you. You can go live for a minute, you can go live for 3 minutes, you can perform a song, but I want you to go live on day 5. Now, if you're telling me there's no way on earth I'm going live on a platform, then you can do this as well as or instead of, which is perform another song, but one of your old original songs. Your songs are assets as long as you manage those songs. So why not bring another song that you've got back to life? People will hear this, people will go, oh, I like this, they will want more, and that's when they're going to come in, look around, and find your new single. Now, on day 6, we are going to do the songwriting challenge. Now, the reason why this is important is because a big skill of yours is writing songs. So why not give yourself a little challenge? Now, a couple of things that you could do is you could write something in a minute, or you could write something for 5 minutes, or you could do something really smart, like this artist, Blues Clues, who actually took a question about something ridiculous and then wrote a song about it, even if potentially she might have written the song first and then got someone to post that so she could actually fit the two together. It's very clever, because what you're doing is saying, yeah, I write songs, that's what I do, I'm a songwriter, so let me do something really silly because I'm showing you off my songwriting talent. Day 7, and we need more personality. So check this piece of content out by Spencer Crandall. It's 5 things you might not know about me. Now, what's really clever about this is you can still attach your personality, you can still attach your song, but now you can start telling a story, where you've come from, how you got here, and anyone seeing it all of a sudden is kept up to speed with where you are at. Day 8, another mini music video and another introduction. 60% plus people who are seeing you for the very first time. So just because you've done an introduction piece, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do more. So today we are going to do an introduction piece, and so why not try videoing a rehearsal, but make a piece of content where you can introduce yourself one more. Like this great piece of content, which is like we're in a rehearsal room, why not just make a piece of content while we're there? Day 9 is the felt cute might delete later, which means you're going to make a piece of content which feels very off the cuff when the reality is it's something you're really proud of. Now, the way to do this is either a song you haven't released, or maybe you want to write something. But if you've got something that sat on your phone or something that sat on your laptop that you have spent time on, that is an asset. Now, a really good example of this is Boy with a Uke. Now, Boy with Uke does these kind of 1-minute song challenges, and it works really well because it shows off everything about him, including his ability to produce and songwrite. Day 10 is another TikTok live, but if you're telling me that you don't want to do that, then it's time to perform another song. And I want to just point out that bands, stop making excuses that TikTok is for artists. This is all fair enough, but this is all for solo artists. What about if you're a band? Well, check out this amazing example of a great piece of content from October Drift. This has got energy, it's got excitement, it sums up who the band is, and it's utilizing the asset of their song. Day 11, and we are going to try and trigger this algorithm. The way you're going to do this is you're going to talk to camera. Right at the beginning, for the first second or two, you're going to say, hey, if you like these artists, then you're going to love this song. Now check out this example from Cameron Sanderson. He does exactly that. What he's saying is, if you like these, you will like me. Now, not only from a consumption habit will people say, I do like those, so maybe I will like you, but what are you also doing? You are telling the platform the type of audience who needs to listen to your music. Day 12, another cover performance and another way to trigger the algorithm and make sure that the platform knows who to send this out to. Look at this amazing piece of content from Chloe Adams. She has such a great ability not only to make a song her own, but also to provide amazing production values both visually and audibly. Day 13, we are going to tell a story. You are an artist, which means you are a storyteller. You tell stories with your lyrics. You tell stories with your subject matter. You are the story. So why not tell the story verbally to camera before you start singing the song? Check out this example by Party Alone. It's a really great way of actually talking about the subject matter in the song. Have you ever felt like this? Let me tell you a story about it, and then you start singing the track. Now, don't forget, what we are trying to do at all times is to get people to watch so that your average view duration keeps going up. Effectively, we're tricking the algorithm. The more people watch, the more this is going to go out to more people and the more data is coming in. And whether that means you are telling a story, whether that means there's some kind of context story across the screen, people are now staying on because they want to find out what happens next. Now, day 14, you are going to repost the best performing piece of content that you have done in the last 14 days. Oh my goodness, shock horror, I'm going to repost my own content on my own page. Yes, absolutely. And you might even find that in reposting that piece of content, you get more clicks and more engagement and more views the second time than you did the first time. So go through your analytics, figure out which of the last 10 pieces of content did well, and post it again. This isn't brain surgery. This is about consistency. This is about just having a strategy where you are looking after the talent, your music, your personality, and everything else where the audience comes in, looks around and says, I want more of this, I'm going to hit the follow button. So therefore, day 15, another TikTok live or perform a song. Day 16, another music video, maybe with an introduction again. Day 17, another mini music video, and maybe some kind of this song's for you if you're going through a breakup, or this song's for you if you feel like you don't fit in. Great. All you're doing is you're putting a piece of content out there with a reason for people to watch. Day 18, we go again. If you love these artists, you're gonna love my song. Day 19, here's my story, this time in pictures. Day 20, TikTok live. You can see how this is working. Day 21, mini music video. Let me tell you a story. and then you go into the vocals straight away. People say, oh, I love a story, I will watch more. Day 22, if you love this, you're gonna love my song. Day 23, a mini music video. Hey, what genre do you call this? People say, oh, I think it's this genre. What are you doing? You're triggering the engagement by asking a question. Day 24, another cover version. Day 25, TikTok Live. Day 26, you're reposting the most successful piece of content so far. Day 27, if you like any of these artists, you're gonna like my song. You can see what we're doing. We're building up a routine and a strategy. Day 28 is some kind of story around the song. Day 29, tell me you like blah without telling me you like blah. Day 30, let me tell you about the month I've had making content. All of these ideas are not groundbreaking. What we are doing is we are wrapping up ways that this is about the consumer and this is about the data that's being collected by the platform. All you have to do is go out and batch this content. And please let me remind you, because there are plenty of examples on YouTube and on my TikTok where we go out and shoot a month's worth of content in an hour. So please don't overthink. Don't think that everything we've talked about every single day needs an hour or 2 hours worth of production values and quality and your time and effort and energy going into it, because it just doesn't. What we're here to do is batch it up, get it out, look after people, and then go again. And the last piece of the strategy and the jigsaw puzzle is, if you're making content and you are not getting the organic reach, why not hit the magic button? Stick a couple of bucks into it, stick a couple of pounds into it, and make sure that that piece of content is seen by some people. So if you're pushing for views every so often, not every piece of content, but like once every 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of content, you say, that's a really good one. You put 10 bucks into it. Another 1,000 people see it. Out of those 1,000 people, 50, 60, 70 people come in and say, this is good. What are they going to do? They hit the follow button. And when they do, the people who hit the follow button are following for the right reasons. These people are now absolutely in box 3, and they came out of nowhere, which means over a period of time, you can push them into box 4, and that's when you can look after them enough with legacy so you can monetize them and get that return on investment. Now, if you want this in calendar form, then all you've got to do is click the link and it will be a download. Otherwise, guys, get cracking. This is the time where you can get fans now. We don't know how long this is going to last, but do me a favor, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, because it really does make a huge difference to the YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.